Let's begin. Namaste. Thank you for joining all 8 classes past 2 months. So this is the last one for this autumn series. And yeah, so we have been talking about the changing. This season is, we open to the change happening our life. So change always happen. Everything doesn't stay the same. So all are changing. So today I like to introduce you to, this is a Buddhist teaching, but there's a 5 remembrance. So that's kind of a deepen or maybe think of or contemplation of everything change, but in a different way to express. Well, anyway, so let's begin. So of course we're gonna do the whole body sensation. So we're gonna have using our body, whole body to move. Okay, so let's close our eyes to settle in. So any seat, you may use a cushion block and roll your shoulder a few times back and down to relax the shoulder and check if you can relax a little bit more around the neck and your jaw, your head, shoulder. You may have a chin mudra, index finger, thumb tips together. And begin to notice how your body feels today. You can always start from the root to check, scan our body, and your buttock, sits bone, legs and feet, grounding. Then over your pelvis, there is your spine, erecting. So all those muscles are helping to support that spine vertically. Then spine is supporting your head. Head is heavy. Then just rest your head, top of the spine, and settle into this body. And now bring awareness to the breath. Notice the air coming in and then going out through the nose. Let's together inhale through the nose. And I exhale slowly through the nose. And inhale, lengthening the spine. And exhale through the nose. Relax your body, settle in this body. And keep your breath going. And feel the sensation in your body, all around. And I'd like to introduce you to the 5 remembrance. 5 remembrances of Buddha's teaching. This is just one way to express, but goes like this. I am of the nature to grow old. There is no way to escape growing old. I am of the nature to have ill health. There is no way to escape having ill health. I am of the nature to die. There is no way to escape death. And all that is dear to me and everyone I love are of the nature to change. There is no way to escape being separated from them. My actions are my only true belongings. I cannot escape the consequence of my actions. these are 5 remembrances. Let's sit here for a few more breaths. Let's together inhale. Hands reach out and up, stretch. And on your exhalation, bring your palms together to heart center. And bow your head. You may set your intention or dedication for today's practice. Slowly open your eyes. Okay, let's come onto the mat. Lie down, then your belt close by. And actually, if you have a block close by as well. And lie down. And reach your hands over the head. Let's stretch from toes to fingertips. Let's stretch. Point your toes. Fingers wide. Then on your exhalation, let go the tension. You can open your mouth to let go the air. Let's do a few more rounds. Inhale, stretch. Then open your mouth, let go. One more time, inhale, stretch. And open your mouth, let go the tension. And bring your right knee to the chest. So just bring in the one knee at a time. Right knee towards your chest. Then left leg comes towards the chest. And gently roll side to side. Just relax the lower back. Okay. Now let's plant your feet down and open your arms to the side and drop your one knee to the one side. So this is more dynamic movement the other way, so it doesn't matter right or left. And notice how your side of your body opens. Then feel the chest, feel the inner arm, and notice the outer legs, the buttock, lower back. And one more each time. And come back to center. Now let's get the block or something. If you don't have a block, something to kind of hold on to. So we can bring awareness so we can easily directing our energy to kind of squeeze to the midline. All right. So squeezing the block helps to use the adductor, the pelvic floor. Then tuck your navel towards the spine, press your lumbar spine down to the mat and squeeze the buttock. Inhale, bridge pose, plant your feet down and lift your hips up and hands goes over the head. And then on your exhalation, slowly we come back, come down, and let's go on. Okay, and then use our breath. Then when you lift it, notice the inner thigh, the buttock that you are using the core. And the more muscle we use, we can heat up our body. Then last one more. Then this time we are keeping the buttock up, the pelvis up. Then maybe bringing the hands behind you, interlace your fingers to the back. Then bringing the shoulder blade closer if that's available to you. Then squeeze the buttock and lengthen the front of your body. Inhale, lift your heels up. Then hands goes over the head. Then on your exhalation, slowly, let's come down to the mat. Each vertebra at a time. Okay, so let's release the block. Then bring your right foot over the left knee. So your right knee opens. So just gently move the leg side to side. Just opening the front of your thigh. So we engage that actor. So now we are relaxing the inner thigh and then a hip joint. Okay. And then lift your left foot and bring your left knee towards you. Then releasing the lower back and the buttock. Okay, release it. Then switch to the other side. Right foot come down. Left foot over the right knee. Then open your left knee out and flip and feel the inner groin opens. And then relax the inner thigh. So you can slightly move the legs side to side and relax your belly. Then pick up your right leg and bring it close to you. So now we are stretching the back line or the buttock and lower back. Maybe feel to the hamstring as well. Okay, and then release. Then get the belt, please. So belt is coming onto your right foot, but close to the ball of the foot. And then push your right heel to the sky, then holding the belt. So we're going to stretch the back of the right leg, which is a hamstring and a calf. Okay. And then stretch your left leg down, please, and feel the stretch to the front of your left thigh. All right. Inhale, right leg high, push your right heel to the sky. And on your exhalation, bend your right knee towards your right shoulder. Then this time, inhale, right leg straight to the side. So externally rotate your leg and opening wide. So now we are stretching the inner leg. So when we lie down to do this kind of leg stretch, it's a great to do because our half of our body, so our back is on the ground, so we are able to balance ourselves. So we don't need to suffer or struggle to be balanced, right? So it's easier for us to focus over the stretch. And then come back to center. And then bend your right knee again, and this time outer leg to stretch. So bring your right leg over the left side. You can keep your knee bent or you may straight. You may use your right hand to spread your right arm to the right side so you get a nice openness to the lower back or side of your right side of your body. Okay, and back to center, and let's do the other side. So left foot and belt. Then gradually straighten your left leg so you can stretch the hamstring, back of your knee, calf. Then also notice the foot arch. Now gradually straighten your right leg. Feel the openness to the right hip joint, the hip flexor, the quad. Make sure your shoulder is relaxed down. Okay. Let's see. All right. Then bend your knees, please. Then move your left knee out. Then now external rotation of the leg. And the inner legs to stretch. Then let's bring it back to center. Then bend your left knee and move your left leg to the right, twist. So even you can rest your leg onto the block if you like. That's more easier for us to have a steady posture. So always you can think of how to make it steady. So if you don't feel steady, or if you are not unbalanced and not able to pay attention to the alignment, always you can be creative, your own way to kind of experiment what works for you. Right? Using a prop or using a wall, or maybe, you know, change, just an experiment. Because our body is different. So you know yourself better. Okay, so come back to center and let go the belt. Then let's hug your knees, gently roll side to side. Then if you like to do go up, rocking chair, roll up and down to come up, or you may roll onto the side and come to the seat. If you're okay, rocking chair, let's do a few like round like this to massage the back. And 3, 2, 1, and come to the tabletop please. And tabletop, palm under the shoulder, knees under the hip, and tuck your toes under. So if your knee is not so comfortable, you can place something under the towel and you can make it accessible for you. Then let's straight our right leg. So the ball of the right foot down to the mat. And if you have a wall, you can do interesting things. And the heels against to the wall, so it's more steady. Now, here is a focus that we are stretching the hamstring, back of the leg. Then there's a lot of things going on here. Tucking the navel in, then lengthening the neck, so spine and neck, the head aligned. Okay, so if you are comfortable, lift your right leg. So if you have a wall, it's easy to access this pose. The plant the foot down to the mat, to the wall. And then left hand forward. So of course, without the wall, you need to have more strength, and or you are challenging to increase the strength. All right, inhale, stretch. Then on your exhalation, bring your knee to the elbow, round your back. Let's do one more. Inhale. Exhale, knee to the elbow and stretch. Then bring your left hand down to the mat. Left foot come outside of the mat, right hand to the side. Then again, if you have a wall, it's pretty convenient to balance in this pose. And also you can pay attention to the alignment because it's more steady. All right, inhale, right arm reach over the head and stretch like horizontal. You can bring your right foot down to the mat. And lengthen one more breath. All right, exhale, release. Let's come on to the table, then tuck your toes under, then bend your elbow towards back gradually, belly down to the mat. All right, let's come to cobra. Bring your hands behind you, interlace your fingers. So if it's available, legs together, then top of your feet pressing down to the mat. Exhale, fully relax. Inhale, pull up. Pull your hands back and chest up. And squeeze the buttock. Roll your shoulder back and down. One more up, inhale. And then exhale, let go. Drop down. And bend your knees, wind wipes your legs side to side. I'm just getting the sip of water and I'll be back.
I'm not taking exception with it or anything, Martin. I'm just curious, like, what are the trends that you guys have seen?
Okay. Thank you. Then bring your palms under the shoulder, tuck your toes under. Let's come up to tabletop, please. Okay, so now we're gonna do the other side. So this time left leg back. So ball of the foot down and push your heel back and down. So if you have a wall, you can place your heel to the wall or, yeah. Then let's stretch the calf behind your knees. Okay. Then let's lift your left leg up and right hand forward. So it's important here is when you are lifting the leg, and don't drop your belly. Tuck your navel in. Inhale, stretch. Then on your exhalation, elbow to the knee. So we are using that core to bring your knee forward. It's a balance. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, bring your knee to the elbow. Excellent. And stretch. Then right hand come down to the mat. Right foot outside of the mat. Then left hand to the sky. You can keep your left foot down on the wall or in the air. If that's too much, you can place your left foot down to the mat. All right, inhale, open the chest. Then exhale, move your left arm over the head, maybe touch to your ear. Let's lengthen the left side of your body. You may lower your left leg down. So feel the openness to the hip joint, the front of your left pelvis. One more breath. Excellent. Let's release. Come to tabletop, please. Then tuck your toes under. Then ball of the foot press you forward. Then bend your elbow, belly down to the mat. All right. So this time we are lifting the legs and chest at the same time. So you may fly like a bird, hands to the side. Then exhale, fully relax. Inhale, squeeze the buttock and lift up. So legs off the mat. If you can bring your thighs away from the mat and maybe stretch your leg. If it doesn't come so far, that's okay. And reach your hands out and open the chest and squeeze. And one more up, inhale. Exhale, drop down. So rotate your palms out, palm facing up, then make a fist squeeze. Then on your exhalation, let go. So when you let go, not only fingers, but the whole body. Make a fist. And on your exhalation, let go. Wonderful. Let's come to child pose, please. Palms under the shoulder. Press yourself up. Pull your hips. And lengthen the lower back. Sitting towards your heel. Maybe hips comes to the heels or may not. You can keep your hips high or hips low. Whichever comfortable to you. Okay. All right, let's come up to tabletop. Then tuck your toes under. Then lift your hips up. Downward facing dog. And bend your knees right and left. Feel the stretch to the foot arch as well. And back of the body. Then gradually, we are walking forward towards the hand. Then grab your elbows, swing side to side. Grab the opposite elbow, head down. Soften your knees. You can rest your belly onto your thigh. On the heavy head, just pulling. Then tailbone high. One more breath. And on your inhalation, let's lower ourselves to stand. Take your time. And then head up at the last with inhalation. Okay. Wonderful. So now feet is casually hip distance wider than hip distance apart, and we're gonna swing the arms. Then wrap your arms around our body. Then we are tapping our back. So it's around the kidney area, which is like a western right and left side. And when the hands come in front of you, tapping on your lower belly, large intestine, those organs are we focus during the autumn season. Soften your knees. So if you're comfortable doing Kapalabharati, forceful exhalation, we exhale to twist. Let's begin. Inhale, exhale, start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and gradually back to center. And extend and observe. Okay. Hopefully you warm up. So now we're gonna bring in the feet a little bit wider, that you are comfortably wider to stand. So toes can point out. Okay. Inhale, hands reach out. So let's make a big like an X shape. Open your fingers wide so it's the energy up to the fingertips. Then ground your heels, grounds all 10 toes, and feel the ball of the foot down to the mat, and slightly lift your foot arch. Okay, so now let's kind of a twisting, bend your, so I'm going to the mirror, bend your right knee, so left hand goes to touch towards, you don't need to touch, but moving the left arm towards pointing the right knee. Then reach your right hand up. All right, inhale, come to center. So X is holding like what shape? I don't know. Okay, now the other side. So fingers wide. Then point your right finger to the left knee. Left knee is bending. So how far you want to bend is up to you. If you bend quite deep, you may be touching, but you don't need to touch. Okay, come to center to X. Then other way. So only bending your right knee and left leg is straight, like a warrior one pose. It's kind of a warrior one pose. Inhale, come back to center. Then exhale, bend your knee again, left knee side. Then reach your left hand up. And then come to center. And X, then release. Okay, let's shake your arms. All right. So now we are going to bend our knees. So if this is too much, you can rest your buttock on the wall to bend your knees deeper. But if you are okay, you can do in the center of the room. So kneecap and toe go same direction. So how far you go is up to you. Inhale, chest to open forward in the center. Then on your exhalation, lower your right shoulder in, then look to your left shoulder back. Maybe you can come lower, then come to center. So when you lower the shoulder, you are kind of pressing the knees out, but do not misalign your kneecap and toe. So sometimes that's creating a painful to the knee. So be careful. All right. So inhale, chest open to the center. Then on your exhalation, right shoulder in, look to your left shoulder in, and look to your right side. Inhale, come to center. I'm gonna exhale, other way. And come to center. And last one. Exhale, twist. And then come to center and stretch your leg. Then gradually bring in the feet closer. Wonderful. So this time, okay, let's shake it. Shake it and relax. So in this time, feet is a hip distance apart. Yeah. So it's like a coming to chair pose. The feet is apart. So pull your hips back. Then your knee stay over the feet. Does that make sense? Then inhale, chair pose, hands reach up. So you are sticking the buttock out, but tucking your navel in. On your exhalation, drop your hands down and shake. Then inhale, maybe rise up a little bit. Then exhale, drop. Inhale up. Then exhale down. And inhale up. So if your head is kind of dizzy, you don't drop your head. But if you are okay, drop your head. And inhale. And then exhale. One more time, inhale. Exhale. And come to center. Inhale, hands reach out and up. Grab your elbows. So it's up to you. So now we want to place the heel down or lifting the heels off the mat and balance. Catching your elbows and lifting your elbows. And squeeze the buttock. Feel the pelvic floor. One more breath. And then exhale, release. You may bend your knees, drop your arms, and swing your arms to side. I like this kind of movement. It's a relaxing and also feels open. Okay, let's do one more time. So if you like to do the toes stand and want to have a balance better, then you can do on the wall too. Inhale, hands reach out and up. Grab your elbows, please. Inhale, you may lift your heels, but don't escape your heels out. Squeeze the buttock and navel in and lengthen the lower back. One more breath. Excellent. Exhale, drop and swing your arms. Very well. All right, so let's do some balancing pose. So if you like to be on a wall, please do. It's a tree pose. So tree pose. So come onto the buttock if you are using a wall. But if you are okay, we are in the center of the room to do the regular tree pose. So let's start from the right leg down. So right leg down and pick up your left knee up. Then open to the side. So you can change the foot, inner ankle or inner thigh, or but avoid the knee area. Then you may bring your palms together to heart center or reach your hands out. So just notice how your weight shifts. I am using a furniture as well, furniture and a wall. So I can pay attention at where my weight goes to. One more breath. And exhale, release. You may shake it and relax. Then the other way. Okay, left foot down. So start from the noticing from the big toes to the pinky, all the toes are touching. The ball of the foot is touching as well. Then when you shift the weight and pick up your left leg, what happens to that right foot? So can you evenly place the weight still there? Or some place big toe is escaping out? And can you bring it down? And you can change the hand, the palms together or hands reach out. If you are on a wall, you can spread your arms along the wall. One more breath. Excellent. And release. Let's shake it. So I want to have a choice, kind of a choice of having a wall. So if you are using the wall, kind of come close to the wall, facing to the wall. And if you are not using the wall, just come onto the top of the mat, please. Palms together at the heart center. Okay, find the feet grounding. You know, always I talk about the grounding energy. Then there is a gathering the energy to the center line. Then there's an expansion opening the chest. Then there's an energy to reach up, the top of your head reaching up. All right, inhale, hands reach out and up, big circle. Then maybe gazing up, palms together at the top. Then on your exhalation, soften your knees, bend forward, bring your hands down to the mat. Or you can bring your hands on the wall. Inhale, halfway lift. Then exhale, bend forward, bring your hands down or hands still on the wall. Step back to plank pose, or you can come to table, or you can stay in like a downward facing dog on the wall. So choose how you want to be. So if you are table, or if you are plank pose, so let's go through vinyasa. Bend your elbows behind your belly down. Then inhale, upward facing dog. Then downward facing dog. So choice is downward facing dog, on the floor or on the wall. So make sure to have a feet hip distance apart. So if you are using the wall, maybe feet can be wider. And maybe soften your knees, lengthening the arms, lengthening the back of the body. Okay, so let's lift your right leg up. Then step between your hands. Exhale. And we're going to come to warrior one. So if you are on the wall, bring your right foot down. And then this is a great one to have a wall. And a hand on the wall. Then we are kind of stretching the left side of the leg. So if you are regular warrior one, you may rest your hands on your thigh or hands reach up or hands palms together at the heart center. So warrior one pose is a quite challenging pose for the hips. So if you have a wall, it's easier. If warrior one, regularly that pose is quite challenging, you probably want to have a wall. All right. And feel the openness to the back of your left leg and the front of your left hip. One more breath. All right, reach your hands up. Everybody, if you are not yet, then exhale. Bend your elbows like a wide to the side like a cactus. So that helps to open the front of the chest. Then exhale, bend your left knee, bring your hands down to the mat. Then step back, downward facing dog. So if you are using a wall, downward facing dog on a wall. And maybe bend your knees right and left if you like. Just finding the ground and stretch. All right, we're going to do the other way. So left leg up. And then exhale, step forward. And then we're going to rise up. If you have a wall, place the hands on the wall. Okay, so let's see our feet. So back heel and front heel maybe align, or if that's not so steady pose for you, you want to have the heel to heel kind of a hip distance apart, so your pelvis just fit between. Then your front toe, left toe, and left kneecap goes same direction, and find a nice openness to the front of your right hip, and also light hamstring and a calf. Then palms together, or hands rest on your thigh, or hands reach up, or hands on the wall. Oh, there's so many ways to do. But make sure if your knee is not so comfortable, just don't go deeper. All right, inhale, everybody reach your hands up. Then exhale, bend your elbows like a cactus arm. Yeah, palm is facing forward, elbow, shoulder height. One more breath. Excellent. Release. Let's bring your right knee down and the tabletop. Tabletop, or you may come to downward facing dog. Or if you like to do plank to chaturanga, upward facing dog, you are welcome to do so. And you may be downward facing dog. If you like to come to child pose, please do. Child pose or downward facing dog. And let's take a big inhale together. Open your mouth, exhale. One more breath, inhale. Open your mouth, exhale, let go. Wonderful. So if you are downward facing dog, come to child pose. Then roll you from child pose, roll yourself up, and let's come to the seat. So legs forward, please. Then let's shake in the legs, kind of to relax the muscle. Shaking the legs, shake, shake, and then tapping. So that the vibration helps to relax. Tapping is like bending your knees and dropping the calf muscle and thighs down. Okay, let's come to Paschimottanasana. So you may have the belt. Inhale, point your toes, hands reach. Then on your exhalation, bend your knees slightly. Push your heels forward, bend forward. We're gonna do one more time. Point your toes, then hands reach out and up. Stretch the spine. Then on your exhalation, push your heels forward, flex, then bend forward. So our purpose here in this pose is to stretch, release in the lower back. So if you don't feel that release in the lower back, maybe you want to change your position a little bit. And if you like to use the belt, please do. Now, if you use the belt, you may find a nice stretch to the shoulder. And your torso is hovering over the leg. And chest is moving forward. One more breath. Excellent. And release. So let's do some challenge. So if you have a belt, use the belt on your, okay, let's start from left foot. So belt on your left foot. Then right hand hold the belt. Then we're gonna twist. Ground your right leg. Then pick up your left leg. And as you push your left heel, left shoulder back, then left fingers maybe touching to the shoulder. Twist. The other way, yeah. Lola, yeah, that's good. So hand and leg is opposite one. Right? So right hand and left foot. Then look into the left side and bring your navel towards the left side. Then feel the chest opening to the side. One more breath. And then exhale, release. Bend your left knee. Left foot come outside of the right leg. Let go the belt. Then hug your left knee to the chest and lengthening. Then on your exhalation, it's again we are twisting. So your navel coming towards your left thigh and release the lower back. Then you can tilt your head to stretch the neck if you like. And if you have a not so steady pose here, you can place the block behind you, like a supporting the pelvis. Then you can lean to the block too. Okay, then let's release it. So now the belt come onto your right foot. Ground your left leg, then pick up your right leg up. Then as you twist, push your right heel forward and right shoulder back. Move the navel to the side. Then if you can lift your head up. So try not to round your back here, moving the chest forward and to the side. Last breath. Exhale, let's release it. Bend your right knee. Right foot come to the outside of the left leg. Then let go the belt. Then hug your right knee to the chest and lengthening the spine. Inhale. And exhale, look to your right side again. You can have a block behind you and hands on your right hand on the block. If you like, you can use your left elbow to push your right knee out. And you can do the neck release, tilting the head to the one side, then the other, or maybe forward. All right. Then let's release it. Okay. So let's have a block. If you don't have a block, you may use any cushions, but supporting the pelvis up, the legs up. So it's easier to lift your legs up if you have a support, like a block. Then point your toes and flex. So anytime when you are pretty tired or after you did a hiking, then it's your leg is quite fatigued. These are really good poses. You can do along the wall too. Okay, so now we're gonna do is open the legs wide and close. So you can use the breath as inhale to open, and then exhale, close, or you can be still. You can keep it open for some time. So the freedom to do any movement here. If you like to have a feet together, open your knees wide, that's also available. But just to play with it. You can do front and back too. So we do lots of movement, right? The asana practice is a physical practice. Why do we do this kind of a practice? So as you move body, you move, and also the connection. So we start to bring in awareness to the connection of body and mind. That means you become more aware that, realizing, how I am keeping this, my right leg here. So it feels this way. Or, more you experiment, more experience, you kind of get the sense of your body, how to move the body parts. So that's what we are doing now. More stronger connection of body mind. And sometimes like when we are thinking or worrying too much, our mind is not here, even your body is here, even you forget about body, right? So the yoga practice helps to be present moment. Then we are breathing in this body and moving with this body. Then the mind is controlling our body. All right. So now let's bring the feet, bend your knees to bring your feet down to the mat. So this height is if too much, you can kind of lower, or if you like to bring it more higher, maybe do so. So this helps the front of your body to stretch. But if this is too much to the lower back, don't strain yourself. Make sure you have a nice length to the lower back.
And if you are comfortable, you may straighten your leg one leg at a time. Well, some people do two legs at a time, but for me, I have a lumbar-ish, or I don't want to do too much hyper, the back bending much. So I like to be careful doing one leg at a time. Okay, and then if you are down, squeeze the buttock like a bridge pose and support your pelvis and lower back with the muscle. Then let go the block and let's bring the buttock down. Happy baby. Open your legs wide and get your feet anywhere you can reach to. Okay. And if you have a belt, let's do hammock pose and make a big loop. So hammock pose. So if you know this pose, you can go ahead, light foot. Start from light foot. Then your head, back of your head, resting. So we are using the gravity to stretch our body, especially the spine, cervical spine, thoracic. Then the shoulder, releasing the shoulders and relaxing the arm. Also stretching the back of the leg and the back, bottom of the foot. Just lean to the belt. All right. And then gradually releasing the head, only head, then holding the belt. So let's externally rotate your leg once again. So we begin with that, this stretch. And then we do again. Maybe we are more flexible. And then we want to twist. Back to center, bend your right knee to start. Then push your right heel out, twist. And spread your right arm out. I'm finding the stretch a little bit more. And then exhale, release. Now let's do the other side, the left foot and the head, hammock pose. And drop your arms by your side and feel the heaviness. Now our body is heavy. When we relax our body, just it's easy for us to feel the weight. Easy to feel the gravity. All right, so let's release the head, only leg. Then left leg goes open, right to the side. Feel the inner groin, inner leg stretches. And then bend your left knee. Let's do twist. Bring your left leg to the right side. Feel the openness to the outer leg. Then spread your left arm out and open. And then gradually back to center. Shavasana. Lie down to the mat, please. Close your eyes and let go of the tension. Let the gravity take your body down so you can rest. Softening everywhere. So if you find any tightness, bring awareness there. Then with the exhalation, let go of that tension. Welcoming whatever comes. The breath of rising and falling, or your chest movement with the breath of rising and falling. And also that each moment brings us in our life, rising and falling, up and down. And it requires us to let go of our expectations. And when we let go and surrender to whatever happens, we recognize something bigger than ourselves. There is something beyond ourselves. We breathe each moment to be present. We welcome the breath and let go of the breath. We continue to live our life. Everything changes. We all are leaving this body one day when the time comes. Until then, we enjoy our life. We have a limited time. Our life is limited. That is why this present moment is so precious. The moment is precious. So we need to let go of this body one day. So that is why being this body is wonderful. So the 5 remembrances that I introduced at the beginning of this class, it's a reminder for gratitude and appreciation for being alive. So we fully enjoy this life that we have given to us. Gradually, we are bringing awareness to the body and inviting some movements. And notice the air comes in, then filling up our body and the blood flowing and the heart pumping the blood to every part of the body. And reach your hands over the head. Let's stretch from toes to fingertips. Take a big inhale, stretch. 4, 3, 2, 1. Open your mouth, exhale. Bring your knee to the chest. Give a nice hug to yourself. Thanks to your body and mind. And roll on to the side. And let's gradually come up to a comfortable seat. Keep your eyes closed. Let's settle into our body. Notice the breath. Notice the space around us. Take a big inhale, hands reach to the sky. Gathering all the happiness, peace, and joy. CO2, our heart, and bring your palms together to heart center. May this yoga practice benefit you and all beings. Thank you very much for letting me guide through your practice, sharing your time together. Namaste.